I was talking with some of our members today, and they mentioned how they were losing track of which day it was because all the things that used to distinguish Monday from Tuesday from Wednesday, they've all been taken away, and we've lost some sense of the rhythm of our life. The sameness of every day can really begin to weigh on a person. In fact, I think the sameness, the fact that we don't have those times where we go out and do this or go to work, for many people at least, has resulted in really a weariness too that I know I can sense in myself, and I'm sure some of you have experienced that. Well, it just so happened that in the middle of the middle of throwing myself a pity party of sorts, I came across in my own devotional reading. I'm just reading from the beginning of the Bible through the end of it. I've been doing it for a while, so don't think like I just started this, but I came to the doorstep of the book of Job. And if you've ever read the book of Job, you know that that will very quickly heal you or cure you of any pity party that you were about to throw yourself. What really struck me was Job's response when he found out that in one day he lost his children, and on the same day he lost all of his wealth, all of that just gone in an instant. And this was his reaction. It says that he fell to his knees and he worshiped. That's what he did. Not my first reaction, I think, if I had all that bad news come to me, but that's what he did. And this is what he said. Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. I think we see in Job's response something that for us as Christians ought to be part of every day, and that is stopping to give thanks and to praise our Lord, whether on good days or when we're feeling weary, and maybe even on days where we might say to ourselves, it can't get worse than this. It reminds me of something that is part of our communion liturgy at church, something I'm sure we're all missing being able to say. We say this: it is truly good and right that we should at all times and in all places give thanks, O Lord. That's what the pastor says. And in those words, I think we find not just a bit of wisdom, but we find a reality for us as Christians. It's not about turning your frown upside down or somehow getting an attitude adjustment. It's about seeing the reality that stands behind all of this, that drives away all of our fears, and that settles us on a firm foundation even when it seems like everything around us is rocking, when everything around us is shaking. As we enter Holy Week in this next week and things aren't what we're used to, when we don't gather and have a palm processional on Sunday for Palm Sunday, and Holy Week worship is probably unlike anything any of us have experienced. Understand this: it might not be the same, and we might lose track of is it Maundy, Thursday? It doesn't feel like Maundy, Thursday. Or is it Good Friday? I don't feel like Good Friday. But behind all of this sameness, which our lives have become, is a reality, and that reality is Jesus' death and his resurrection. A reality that truly is the reason that we would have any reason to worship, to stop, and to give thanks. And I pray that you find in this week coming up, especially Holy Week, a moment to stop and to give thanks in any place and in any circumstance for the reality that is yours in Jesus. And if you have someone in your life that you want to reach out to and encourage with that same truth, do it, because this is what we need at this time, to encourage each other in this truth as we experience together a Holy Week unlike any other. Your pastors are working to prepare devotions and resources for Holy Week, things for you to use at home, perhaps some opportunities for us to gather as much as we're able to through things like Zoom. And that'll be coming out on Sunday in the email, the whole plan for our Holy Week. I know that God will bless us as we gather around his word, whether in our homes or online. He'll bless us with eyes that are fixed on Jesus, and he'll bless us with praise and thanks for a reality that cannot be shaken at even a time like this. God bless you and keep you, and I certainly look forward to seeing you face to face sometime soon, Lord willing.